So apparently Bud Light sales are down. I know nothing about the branding. Apparently there's more to this, Brady. So apparently Bud Light's doing some pretty edgy, I guess, given their current demographic. They're trying to change their demographic, correct?
Yeah, they're doing a pretty large repositioning.
Okay.
All the way from like the branding of the cans and just trying to make a quick switch.
So I have not seen any of that. I have zero exposure. I'm going to have Scarlett look it up for me in a second. I still haven't looked for a reason. But I did just see this interview, and I chuckled. And I thought we should talk about it because it was going viral. So let's watch the interview.
Number one, I'm a businesswoman. I had a really clear job to do when I took over Bud Light. And it was, this brand is in decline. It's been in decline for a really long time. And if we do not attract young drinkers to come and drink this brand, there will be no future for Bud Light. So I had this super clear mandate. It's like we need to evolve and elevate this incredibly iconic brand. And what I brought to that was a belief in, okay, what does evolve and elevate mean? It means inclusivity. It means shifting the tone. It means having a campaign that's truly inclusive and feels lighter and brighter and different and appeals to women and to men. And representation is at sort of the heart of evolution. You've got to see people who reflect you in the work. And we had this hangover. I mean, Bud Light had been kind of a brand of bratty, kind of out of touch humor, and it was really important that we had another approach. But anyway, listen, I'm not going to pretend that there isn't so much more work to do from a business results perspective and of course from a representation perspective, but I feel like you have to put your money where your mouth is when you're trying to evolve a brand and elevate it and bring in new consumers. So that's been incredibly important to me.
Okay, let's hit pause real quick. Now, if I was Coors Light and I designed a villain to take down my number one competitor, they would look like, it is almost too on the nose. The whole aura, the whole energy. It is just a hilarious hiring decision if you're Bud Light. I'm not going to lie. Like, just watching that is like, wait, what? Because she's not trying to... Because she said we have to have a brand that appeals to both men and women. I would argue she doesn't have a ton there that appeals to men of her whole thing that we got to just get a glimpse of. Now, there's a lot of assumptions we'd be making
and
there.
it was younger demographics, I think, was like the general, which for a while I've seen them, like Post Malone is a big promoter of Bud Light. I don't know if that was by his choice or sponsorship, but that fits the narrative of younger demographics.
Well, no, but there is something to it. She, if you watch it again, the reason I find her funny was because she's actively attacking her current consumer. And I think it's hard.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Because it's hard. She is actively attacking. She didn't just say fratty, which would have been fine to stay. That part didn't make me smirk. It was the statement after fratty, which was fratty, and then I think, what was it? Off-color humor? Or, can we watch? Is there? Oh, no.
Yeah, I think she was referring to, and I can't think of like a Bud Light ad this way, but
I would never.
Carl's Jr., I think is that
but that's
type
Carl's
of
Jr.,
like
not Bud Light.
Humor.
No, I think she's referring to like the what's up, like some of the campaigns. Who's Olivia Atwood? Never mind. Can we go back?
That was like the next recommended video.
Yeah, this one. I just want to see her comment here because this is what I meant. I actually have no problem with what she's trying to do. I think she has to do it, to her point.
Out of touch humor.
That part.
And it was...
So if you hit the out of touch humor, that to me is an active attack on your current persona. So what I find interesting about that is it's a weird strategy, in my opinion, from a sales standpoint. Most of the people I've hung out with that I've had exposure to, because I have, family just like everybody else, and everybody has different viewpoints, who would come across as being like Bud Light's fratty and I don't want to be associated with it, don't drink light beer. So I just thought that was a quite interesting thing there, is like, if Ram only did pink trucks, does that mean more people would buy them?
The fratty market is massive for light beer, and so it should have been said like, hey, we're losing the game in the frat market, which is the largest light beer party market. We're gonna attempt to create a new market for light beer and just try to.
But that's a pretty for her being
more
a
successful
businesswoman
than us losing in the largest market for light beer.
I'm just critiquing the business strategy. I haven't even got to everything else. I would agree that she is the antithesis of the fratty market. Like, they hired someone that is the opposite of what you think about when you think about a day party and beer pong. And that's what she wants to do. She wants to change that, which is great for her. I think the issue might just be why? How would that work?
Yeah, because
I guess I just struggle to imagine the super I don't see the trans community all of a sudden becoming Bud Light drinkers because they changed their branding. Like, are people that shallow? Or, like, is our identity directly connected to our taste buds? Like, I wouldn't say we drink Bud Light in the fratty community when I was at that age because we thought it tasted good. It was just the only thing we could afford.